rules of the Democratic National Committee, they can substitute a candidate. So our feeling is the Republicans are going to wait till the last week in October, then do this, cause chaos within the Democratic Party, and hope then that the Republican candidate McCain just walks down the middle or crosses the line and wins. I think I don't like that type thing if that's what's going on, but it's the only thing that makes any sense here, that they're all holding back on it. And I've had many callers calling in who are Obama supporters and questioning, say, why are you doing this? I said, well, just ask him the truth. Ask him where he is, if he's natural born. I've also had other people calling in and say they're calling the Republican National Committee. They can't believe they're not involved in this or doing this. And other people are saying they're calling the Democratic National Committee and saying, how come you're not challenging? How come you're not questioning it? So I think the real reason is they're waiting till another week or two. And I'm trying to do this to enforce our Constitution.
Okay. Now, do you believe Obama is a dangerous person? Do you have anything personal against him?
No, nothing personal against him. People are making different statements about him. I have no problem with him. If he would be proven to be a natural-born citizen, I can support him. But I can't support someone who's hiding. Why hasn't he released his medical records? Why does he refuse to release his records from schools, Occidental University, Columbia, and Harvard? John McCain, a few months ago, they brought a case against him questioning where he was born, because he was born in Panama, but his father was an admiral in the service. But they asked him to produce his birth certificate. He did. They asked him to produce other records. He did. But what happens here with Obama? He refuses to release anything. And then if you have nothing to hide, Senator Obama, show us the documents. But obviously you have something to hide.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about factcheck.org, claiming that there is proof of Obama's citizenship and kind of putting a kibosh on this. Tell me briefly about that.
Sure. Factcheck.org is owned by the Berg Chicago group, and that is a group where Obama sat on the board of for a number of years, dispersing funds. So I would think there's a little conflict of interest there and a little bias on their part.
Okay, and now you said someone came to you and said, you're the man to bring this out. Let's talk a little bit about that. From what I've read, just cruising on the internet, some have called you a fanatic because you also brought a case against the Bush administration, from what I understand, concerning 9/11. What do you have to say about those that are just saying, "Oh, this is a fanatic"?
Well, I'm not. I'm a person who moves forward with cases. I have guts to proceed on behalf of clients. On 9/11, I first represented a woman whose husband was on the second plane that hit the World Trade Center, and he died, and she wanted the truth about what happened on 9/11. I'm the only attorney in the country to file a suit against the passage of a legislation on handheld cell phones, and I won that case. I'm the only attorney in the country on that, because in Pennsylvania you must have uniform laws. So I have taken on, I'm not afraid to take on cases to represent clients in matters. 9/11 obviously is a very controversial case, but the controversy doesn't exist on this. There's been an overwhelming response, and the response we get, about 95%, 98% of the responses are very positive on our website, on phone calls. My numbers are right there on our website, obamacrimes.com. I must take at least 50 phone calls a day from people. I probably get one call. I won't even say one call a day that's bad. One call, bad call against me every 2 or 3 days. People are very, very supportive, and I'm proud that I am doing this. People are calling me a patriot. I don't think I'm a patriot. People are calling me how proud we are that you are questioning this, because people really are appalled at this issue is on the table. So I'm really glad I took this case on.
Now, do they claim that he was born there? Do you have anything to tell me about that?
Sure. His paternal grandmother still lives in Kenya, and she's excited, and she says, my grandson is going to be president of the United States. But she's also stated that her grandson, meaning Barack Obama, she states that she was in the hospital at Mombasa, Kenya, with Obama's brother and sister when he was born. So, you know, it's fabulous that she wants him as president, but she reinforces the position that he was born there in Kenya, and if he's born in Kenya, the whole ball game's over. We don't need Indonesia and everything else. So the truth, and Mr. Corsi just went over to Kenya to try to get information, and he was escorted out of the country. Yeah, he was actually Corsi. I forget his first name. Corsi was, yeah. Mr. Corsi went to Kenya to get information. He was, as soon as he arrived there, he was detained by police. He was not allowed to hold his news conference, and he was asked to leave the country, and he did.
Now, as you know, the television medium has a lot more time constraints than the radio. What is the main evidence that you want us to bring to viewers? Is there any kind of like bullet point format or anything? The main thing that you really want to get across to viewers to support your case?
Well, at this time, and I don't know if we sent it to you. If not, we'll get it to you. At this time, the most important issue would be the document showing his school registration in Indonesia, which shows his name as Barry Soturo, nationality Indonesia. That document is so important because it shows if he didn't even change his name after that, his legal name today might be Barry Soturo. So I think that's the most important document we have at this time.
There's a lot of information here.
I know.
You sent me that document, right?
I think we did that.
You sent me a lot of documents.
If you don't have it, just buzz me back and I'll get it to you right away. Sure. I think we covered basically everything. Basically in conclusion, if Mr. Let me back up on that. I know you can cut and paste. Senator Obama, if I'm wrong, prove me wrong, produce the documentation. If you have nothing to hide, stop hiding behind legalisms. Let's avoid a